Boom, 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 do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, all right. Welcome to St. Louis Organics presents Montez Ed Midday. How are we doing, good people? Is what I like to call Fist Pump Friday, and welcome to the latest edition of the show. Hope everyone is doing well on what I like to call Fist Pump Friday. How we doing, good people? Hydration, get you walking in today. I'm quite sure of you, most of you will. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. There are several ways you can follow the show. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a page. Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, YouTube Dre Montez, and as well as we post videos from now and then on TikTok. You can follow us on TikTok at Dre Montez63. Or you can visit the website at DreMontez.com. That's www.DreMontez.com. But it is what I like to call Fist Pump Friday. And happy St. Patrick's Day to all the ones that are involved with the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, anyone? Guinness, Jameson. There you go, right there. All right, everybody getting it in. Everybody is getting it in today on this St. Patrick's Day. All right, here in St. Louis, we do several celebrations of St. Patrick's Day from Belleville, Illinois. Shout out. They had celebrations last week as well as today. Out in St. Chuck as well in St. Louis and downtown St. Louis, and today in Dogtown. So it will be a festive day here in the St. Louis area. But last week I had my opportunity to do the parade in downtown St. Louis. And today is the very first time in over 10 years I am missing the parade in Dogtown. But have fun, enjoy, be safe, understand where you're at, check out your surroundings. They're doing everything they can to ensure you enjoy your St. Patrick's Day in a very safe way by reaching out to Lyft and Uber. You guys can get a ride home today, I believe, from 2 p.m. until midnight today. So check out your Uber and Lyft or any of the establishments that you're hanging out at today. Check and see if they have a QR code around that you can just scan with your phone and make sure that you get home okay. There it is right there. All right. Got high fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. This may be the first St. Patrick's Day I'm not kicking it with my brother, my partner in crime, my dude Menden. I can probably count on one hand. Well, I haven't seen that man on March 17th. On one hand. I do believe one of his kids' birthdays is today. I do believe that. So happy birthday to one of Menden and my sis Megan's kid today. So to the McCarthy and Menden family, happy St. Patrick's Day. And the McGlynn family, who I'm normally with on the hill, but next year, be back stronger. See you guys next year in Dogtown for sure. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Anniversary today, happy anniversary to you. If you're just feeling good about the day and where you at in your situation of life, congratulations to you. Here are our pillars of the day to make sure this weekend goes the way we should want it to go. We're going to let it go. We're going to ignore them. We're going to give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. There it is right there. You got to do all those things right there. Those are needed for sure. We're doing the show a little early today due to the fact of the parade situation that's going on everywhere. We normally do the show at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. But today, there's a lot going on. They're staging right now to get ready for the parade. Everybody point you. Park over here. No, we're over here. Did you bring the koozie? The Guinness is in the trunk. Ted, where's the car? and the kids are of age now to drive, to help out driving, picking up mom and dad. It's a day of great volunteers, community involvement, and great family atmosphere. If you're walking by, stop and talk by some of these families if you've never done it before. You hear some amazing stories about the participation and about the family lifestyle in the Dogtown area. But everyone's staging up right now. Everybody, the weather's a little different than last Saturday. I just thawed out yesterday from Saturday. So I think today was a business decision on why we're not going to the parade. I don't know about you. I don't like drinking when it's cold. And don't give me that, oh, you need to drink some whiskey. Damn that. I don't like drinking when it's cold, especially outside. As a man, if you don't have gloves on and you got to use the bathroom, you got to touch yourself with that cold ass hand. That's not cool. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. And since I lost the vision, this will be my first parade by myself. And all those people would probably confuse me. And I don't like going to parades by myself anymore. And the few people that I trust to go to the parade with, they're not going to the parade. So I thought, be my best interest, just keep my ass at home. But it's still going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. I will be following it throughout social media as I do each and every time that the parades are going on. But it's such a long day. The parade, the preparation, not just the day the parade is. Stuff is done throughout the year if you're involved in a parade. It's things that are done throughout the year. And today is like the final day. And the way it goes, it's just, if it's your first parade, just capture the moment. There's so many things that go on. People, the experience, the parade committee, the older people, the veterans, the experienced parade goers. Look how they set up their float. Look where they put the porta potty. It's about preparation and timing and location. But to all the folks that are going to the parade, enjoy, have a safe trip, and most importantly, wave and smile at everybody right there. It's been a while since I started off the show saying hello to my kids, but hello to all of the Dre Six. Hello to you guys. Miss and love you all in order. Hello, Stormy, Quaniqua, Dre Jr., the twins, Stephanie and Shornice, and Tim. How you guys doing? Miss and love you all. I'm telling you, the older you get, you think about your parents and your kids than you do your damn self. True story. You think more about your parents and kids the older you get. The older you get. It's just everything. It's not a sad thing. It's more of like, wow. You look at your age, you look where your parents are at, and your kids are getting of age. Everybody's over 21, they're in their 30s, and you're like, wow. And it's like everything is changing right around us. We're adjusting with times. The used to could 2 days ago. We can't do none of that stuff no more. It's more of the days of yesteryear. Boy, I remember when we used to do things like that. And when you think about it, you're really starting to sound that way around your friends. But I find myself more and more thinking about my parents and my kids, ever than life itself. Ever than life itself. Be a teenager, when you're talking to yourself, I can't wait to get out of here. They ain't never got nothing I want. Get my own shit. Give me a big ass crib. Give me 8 rooms and 4 cars. No, you're not. You're not getting nothing. Not getting a damn thing. All right. So before we get into March, can we talk about Aaron Rodgers for a second? The way this whole deal is playing out in front of our eyes, if you're over 25 and you follow football, you have been here before. You're sick of this shit. In relationship terms, Aaron Rodgers is guaranteed to be the rebound guy in a relationship. Whether he goes to the Jets, or something miraculous happens and Miami gets involved. But I still think there's more to the story than we will ever know on this whole exit strategy from Lambeau Field. But Aaron Rodgers, this man really put up a wish list and got it. He told this team before he left his team, who told him before he went in total darkness. I don't think you got to come back here. Okay, I'm going to test the waters out here and see. Okay, I know teams want me. I know I'm 39. I know I'm selfish. I know I'm stuck in my ways. I know I'm a little weird. I would throw my teammates out of the bus right in front of them. I'm that guy. I'm that dude. And this team is willing to do all of that. See, they're basing this on what he has done in the past. That's the crazy thing about sports and athletes getting contracts. When you're first coming in the league, they're giving you money based on the expectations of what you can do. And you're a veteran in this league, they're giving you money based on you can do that shit again. We cannot have it both ways. As a football fan, watching this story break down, and I have a few friends that are Jets fans, I'm not going to tease them, antagonize them, poke them, or nothing. I'm just going to sit back and watch like they are. I don't think it's cool when players have that much power and can dangle the balls like that in front of us. No pun intended. But isn't that what he's doing? Isn't that what he's doing? I understand you are understanding your value. You want to get what you think you're valued. I understand all that. But we all know there's timing in this league. There's certain restrictions now. We can't work out the way we used to. Communication factors is different. Contracts are done differently now. The timing to work out. The NFL is not the same as it was 20 years ago, Aaron. You got to adjust to the timing, the changing of the times. Fans do too. The way we fall in love with players, eventually they're going to leave, not because they want to, but if we want this team to always rep our city, we want to cheer and rah each and every year, we have to get used to the revolving door of players being affiliated with our favorite teams. If you want to compete with the Joneses, we're going to get new players every 4 to 6 years. Let's go. We got to keep it going. We know you love the city. We know you met your wife here. Good. We need more players. That's where we're at right now. And it's because of the demand to win, the demand to be on top, the demand to be the top dog. That's where we at. Everybody does. What's going on with Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson is the two craziest scenarios in football aspects of recruiting free agents or being traded. And they trying to compare this. When the last time a trade of this magnitude was this high? They went back to Wayne Gretzky. I don't think this would be as impactful as Wayne Gretzky. No way. No. No, impossible. But if you want to win, you have to make those tough decisions. If you want to compete, if you want the job, if you want the position, if you want the relationship to work, you have to talk about the uncomfortable shit. Off the flip. Let's get this out the way right now. They beat around the bush to me in professional sports. Us common folk, we go straight to each other. Heard you were talking shit about me last night. We get to the point. But in professional sports, they dilly-dally around everything. It's pettiness going on. If they don't like you, if they talk too much about you, you got to go. Some of these guys that have been released by teams is not for lack of effort on the NFL side. It's their personal life. It's their social media. It's how they interact with their teammates. All that goes into the quality and the formula of building a winning franchise. And if you don't meet the ingredients, bye. But this whole Aaron Rodgers thing, I think it's wrong for the way they're doing Jets fans. It's a pretty sad story to watch. It really is. Most of the time, we're excited about this time of year. You know, who's going to go where? Who are we going to get? But when your team needs that key component, a quarterback, and this name comes up, I mean, you got to figure the Colts, the Washington Commanders. I throw Miami in the mix. And I would throw the Jets. Those four teams are really on the verge of calling a major argument between football fans if Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers Lamar doesn't go back to Baltimore. Aaron doesn't go to Green Bay or the Jets, who you got there? This is when shit's gonna get fun. This is gonna tell the tale of the tape more than anything. Than when people are doing it like that for sure. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Happy St. Pat's to you. Happy St. Pat's to you. Happy St. Pat's to you. Thanks for tuning in. But I think this is about to turn into a very bad rebound relationship. Everybody has been involved in a rebound relationship. You know how you got in it? Or what happened? You're just going to roll with the punches, whether good or bad. It's going to last the length of the NFL season, 17 weeks. Okay. But I guarantee there'll be lessons learned on both sides of this. And from a player standpoint, an agent, or an NFL franchise on how not to do things. It's like we're not learning from our past mistakes. We're not learning. We're not learning at all. I tell you something else we're not learning on. Freak accidents happen. Freak accidents do happen. The big talk in the story is the World Baseball Classic between Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. That's a freak accident. And the fact that it happened to the Mets, that the Trumpets play, they gave their relief pitcher all that money. He's going to miss this whole entire season. But it was a freak accident. Gus Farrat, remember Gus Farrat? Ran into the end zone, rammed his head into the wall, pinched the nerve of his neck, done. Freak accident or stupidity? Yes. Yes, Blake. Stupidity, right? What about Martin Gramatica? Kicking for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hits a game-winning field goal. What does he do? He jumps up in celebration. What happened to him? Tore his ACL. Freak accident or stupidity? Freak accident. Moises Alou at home. Little baby son of a bitch left a skate on the steps. Moises coming down the steps, hits the skate, slips, out for the year. Freak accident or stupidity? That kid on punishment. That kid is on punishment. There's another athlete cutting his own bread at home, sliced his hand. I've done that before, but I was super high. Damn near severed his whole finger up. Almost did that. This one right here. But freak accidents do happen. They do happen. But when they happen in sports, in the fact that it's the World Baseball Classic, now you got people saying, well, this game should not be played. Now it's infringing upon the Major League Baseball season and what the New York Mets had in store. First of all, the World Baseball Classic, to me, is much better than this bullshit we watching in exhibition baseball. Look at the fans. Look at the stands. I wish we could bring half the shit these fans have in the stadiums, in the stands watching these games. We can't bring that shit in the games. There's no way possible. Dude had a full-size cheese grater. Can you bring a full-size cheese grater to Busch Stadium? The antics of the World Baseball Classic, give it to me. Give it. Let's get rid of exhibition baseball. Damn that. World Baseball Classic every summer before the season. Get it amped up. It was a freak accident. And it just happened to the Mets. What if it would have happened to a high prospect in the Rockies organization? Would people be still talking bad about the World Baseball Classic? Now, I get the tug of war and flag football on the beach at the NFL Pro Bowl. Now, they shouldn't have been doing that dumb shit. Now, I get that. But this, when they're not being forced to play, I don't think Rob Manfred said, hey, guys, I need all you guys to play for your respective countries. Yeah. I don't think that was the case. I really don't. But again, it was a freak accident. Things happen. Freak accident. Things happen that are out of our control sometimes. We try to give it value or reasoning for us to understand it or get by it, but it just happens. If you don't believe me, What transpired yesterday and what is going to continue to happen for the next few weeks is something we can't explain or control. But we're going to try to with the best of our ability and knowledge. We're going to take a little break here. A word from our sponsor, mountainmanscrub.com. Get your scrub on today. It's great for your hands, elbows, feet, knees, and tattoos. Make that tramp stamp look 4K today. Be right back. Smoke them if you got. Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. mountainmanscrub.com. Get your scrub on. All right, good people, and happy St. Patrick's Day to you. I got a couple of friends on the road. Safe travels to Cassie and Larry. Safe travels, guys. Enjoy yourself. Anybody else hitting the road this St. Patrick's Day weekend, enjoy yourself. I know one St. Patrick's Day trip we took. We went down to Savannah, Georgia. Oh, my goodness. Oh, TFP in the building. What my TFP guys in? TFP in the building. It's almost tax season, guys, and I'm here to look out for you, help you make the right decision on making sure and ensure you get your taxes done in a timely manner, okay? So we have unlimited taxes and more. They're located at 709 North Euclid. You file the unlimited way. Call 844-563-1040. Again, call 844-563-1040 or text the word cash now to 21,000. You file the unlimited way. Get those taxes done today. All right. And if you get a nice little refund, I'll hook you up. You know, I gave you an idea. I don't need to get my taxes done. You can visit DreMontez.com. Hit that donation button. All donations are greatly appreciated. Real talk. Or someone you know is in the line to do some advertising with us. Baseball season is on the way. Do that. Don't forget to listen to our latest podcast episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at today. Well, we said birthday, everybody. I spoke to the kids. Also, hello, mom and dad. All right. And my sister and brother, my brothers, my little sister, my two brothers. One of my brothers listening right now. What up, Jason? What's going on, boss? All right. All right. Well, we go through this every year. March Madness. Who's doing a bracket? The office pool. There's nobody at work today. There's nobody at work today but the people who should have been working the whole time, but they've been on vacation. So now the two people at the office, Sally and Chris, you deserve it. Mm-hmm. The rest of y'all, they in the parking lot right now, tailgating, getting their shit on, already in the building. But another thing that I'm kind of glad that I'm not doing the parade today, the parade starts at 11 o'clock. Same time as college basketball. How could I possibly enjoy a parade when I'm worried about college basketball? I can't see the TVs because the TV's going to be so far away. The bar's going to be so packed. I'm going to get tired of saying, so who's winning? The phone, the Wi-Fi is going to be atrocious there. So I can't really pay attention to my phone while waving and trying to collect bees or get hit in the face. So, college basketball. This is that time. It just turns into madness. People yelling and screaming, jumping up and down, putting shit on the internet. Just basically saying, fuck it, my bracket is already done. Women getting involved in the competition. There were so many women that made posts yesterday, that made tweets yesterday, that went into sports bars. And there was a penis party going on. Cockfight. It was like probably 5 or 6 women to like 250 guys. That's what guys do. They go to the bar and watch college basketball from 11 o'clock in the afternoon until 10:30 at night. Isn't that what Ryan and Jeff call it? We're at the office today. There'll be a lot of people today at the office looking at that TV, getting that March Madness. How is your bracket doing, by the way? That pass in that Furman game, that looked like that pass in that game when Carson Wentz gave that ball to that boy. He just gave the ball to him. What guard that plays basketball dribbles in the corner? What's that called? A trap. Who does that? That's some fifth, 5-year to 8th grade shit right there that he did. He should have known better. No guard. I give that inexperience on the guard. But hold on. They had a timeout. They had a timeout. Who's to blame on that one? They had a timeout. The guard or the coach. They had a timeout. When shit happens in the heat of the moment, you don't know what to do. That's why you practice it. You practice things that you do not expect, in the words of Bill Belichick. If you don't believe me, watch that Bill Belichick documentary. You will understand the madness in that man's mind, that his mindset is different. They practice for what's not going to happen. Wind machine, wet ball, precipitation, loud noise, fan runs on the field, Wi-Fi goes down. He prepares for that. In March Madness, you have to prepare for that. Where the coach going to black out, the player's going to get shell-shocked. You got to prepare for the unexpected. You got to prepare for that. Princeton, oh my goodness. Most of those guys on Princeton, did you see their story? You know, most basketball players know March Madness. They put under their grade point average in their major. With Princeton, they put their grade point average in where they interning at. You know how Princeton guys talk shit? I'm going to be your agent. Imagine I'm going to be your agent one day. I'm going to run the firm that's going to represent you one day. March Madness. And there's probably two people we all know that's going to say, well, I knew Princeton was going to win that game. You know, they played tough ever since they played Georgetown tough back in 88. Shut the hell up. Fundamental basketball, spacing, and your spots are key. Not just in the NBA, but in college basketball as well. Fundamentals, spacing, and knowing your spots. Of any games you watched yesterday, listen to the highlights that Clark Kellogg is talking about. He really emphasizes the spacing. That the way they're teaching college basketball is not the way college basketball was taught years ago. It's all about the spacing and understanding where you need to be at and where you should be at. That run and gun shit doesn't work when you play a team that has what they call discipline. When you're facing a disciplined opponent, they're going to switch up your whole game set. If you don't believe me, talk to Houston. That was close. But I do love the first day photos of the crying. Yes. The mom who can't believe it. Oh. The wife who finally comes to a game to watch her husband coach and they lose. Yeah. Is superstition as truthful in basketball as it is in any other sport? I think it should be. A lot of people violate those rules and regulations when it comes to that. They really do. What's going on, my man Alistair? What's going on, boss? My man Alistair from now. Impressive writing skills he has. He did a very interesting article about football and the Battlehawks being back. And I'm having him on the show next week. We were supposed to do a show Wednesday, but we postponed it to next week. I would definitely have him on the show next week. And we're going to break down that amazing article that he wrote about the experience, because you fans here have showed up and showed out. But it's March Madness, baby. I mean, this is it. Today is the day somebody's going to say, fuck college basketball. But the way the upsets are coming. And then here's the funniest thing. Every analyst that had a bracket that talked about college basketball on ESPN and CBS all the brackets are fucked. Everything they talk about, all the analytics, that 5-hour show, all that shit was done in one day. One day. Everything, Jay Billis, all of that doesn't matter. It all got shattered day one. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Wait a minute. None of the things they said matter. Not one thing they said mattered. Nothing. What player to watch out for, what type of offensive scheme they should have, what team's going to be hot three-pointing, they were all wrong. M-I-Z. 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 I was impressed. I'm not going to lie. I was impressed with Mizzou. I was impressed. There were two teams that played yesterday that gave two fucks about it. They just, fuck it, we're going ahead and going to whoop everybody ass. Duke and Kansas. What? They played like you're on your lunch break, but you're not at the Y. You decide to go to run and shoot and get you one in real quick. And Duke and Kansas in there. That's how they played yesterday. Huh? Here's the speedy recovery to Kansas coach, Mr. Self, the sweatingest man in sports. That man probably goes through 8 shirts per game, but here's to speedy recovery him as well. But who do you have winning the college basketball championship on the men's side, and who do you have winning on the women's side? And how many brackets did you do? Good morning to my brother in Washington State, Mickey. What's going on? Who do you have winning in the men's? I did 2 brackets. One, I picked Alabama, and the other one, I picked the Zags. On the women, one, I picked South Carolina, go Gamecocks, and the other one, I picked Iowa. So who do you have winning the men's and women national championship? And this is unlike a football pool. You know, you put $20 in to win. Sometimes it's just donations. That's just donations right there. It really is. I think I'm going to figure out a way to do this. Though I met this group of guys about, hell, I can't believe it's almost been 20 years. About 20 years ago, I met this group of guys. They were doing the college basketball tournament, but not just picking teams to win. They were picking players from the teams that are in the tournament to form their own team. And that will be their team. That's how their matchups went. Very creative. And it was different. It really makes you pay attention to not just the teams, but the players on every damn team. And I wish I reached out to FanDuel and DraftKings about 6 years ago about using this format. And they basically did that to me. Like, they didn't understand what I was trying to say, so I left it alone. I'm going to try to figure this thing out because I think that is a fun way to participate. It's like fantasy March Madness involving the players, not just the team. Think about that right there. Huh? Think about that. Fist Pump Friday. Somebody's at a parade station pouring shots at Jameson, not helping at all. Somebody forgot the ice. Now we got to drink hot Guinness. Come on now. But no bras are allowed in Dogtown today. You're not allowed to wear a bra. Take that as you want to. I got the memo early this morning at 5:52. So if you're in Dogtown, there are no bras allowed today. Again, I didn't make the rules, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. All right, I got a movie to tell you about. Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, and Anthony Hopkins. Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, and Anthony Hopkins. And the movie is called The Son. I didn't expect this movie to go that way, but watching this movie about a relationship on a father and son, the dad is not with the mom anymore. They got divorced. He's remarried, had another kid. His son is of teenage years, like 15, 16. And the dad, Hugh Jackman character, is basing his relationship with his son based on what his dad did to him. I see that more and more when I talk to people that are regretting their parenting skills. I did that shit because my old man did that, and I shouldn't have done that to my boy. But in this movie, the way they do it in the reflection, in the in the fast forward, the flashback, the what if, the realism of the movie is about the communication factor between parents and their kids. For some reason, when kids, male or female, turn 12 to probably 22, something happens. Something happens up here and in here. You get involved in your own world that nobody understands. You start talking different, smelling funny, walking crazy, and your body starts changing all at the same time. You don't know what to do. They don't know how to tell you about it. You don't know how to tell somebody, look, there's going to be a whole lot of shit that's going with your body for the next 6 years. If you tell a kid that they'll run, you got to let them understand what's happening with their body. Some people understand it, some people don't. At the same time, you as the parent, this is your first experience going through a teenage version of you. Are you prepared to handle that? Are you prepared to handle that? If you've never had a kid before, and now here you are in a position, and you come from a broken home where both of your parents weren't together, or you were raised by a distant cousin or a distant relative, and you finally get to the point of having a child, and now your kid is at the age you were when that happened to you. How do you stop the cycle? You got to have that communication factor. And that's the one good thing I love about this movie, The Son, with Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, and Anthony Hopkins. It's some cold-blooded shit. You can see it in HBO Max special, Succession, how wealthy families talk and communicate with their kids. That's some. They say people in the hood and people in trailer parks talk to their family members and kids in a real direct way, but wealthy people take it a whole different level. But back to this movie, The Son. I think this could be a great breakthrough for a therapist that's dealing with this with a patient that's a teenager that is having communication issues with their parents. Now, how the movie ended, don't take that from the movie on how the movie ended. I'm talking about the communication factor. The communication factor. It's about that. All righty. All right. And I just found this out, guys. For the last 31 years, the number one dog in America was the Labrador Retriever. That was the number one dog in America, the Labrador Retriever. Who has a lab out there? Who has a Labrador? I've known some people that had a lab. I've slept with some people that had a lab. A couple of relatives with a lab, but I've never actually owned a lab. I heard they're smart, intelligent. The ones I've been around, okay, I get it. But when I heard what the new dog is, and there's some controversy right now, shocking. It is the French Bulldog. The French Bulldog is like the number one pet right now. When I lived in Soulard, known as the Island, one of my neighbors had a Bulldog. Pretty cool, rad dog. They sleep weird. They snore. They drool at the mouth, kind of like a man in their 20s. And they drink beer like a champ. So I can see why the French Bulldog is taking over as the number one dog in America. Okay, here's you to the French Bulldog. I'm missing my Espen right now. I had a miniature pincher named Espen, ESPN. She passed away a few years ago, but I tell you what, there's not a day that goes by I don't think about that dog. Not a day that goes by. Well, as I said, we started the show early today due to the fact There are people going to a huge parade all over the place. Parades all over the place at 11 o'clock today. There are people drinking early, people at their house they don't know, showing up their cooking skills, got a real Irish breakfast. One year I lived in Soulard, people at the house at 7 a.m. cook breakfast for everybody. We're doing shots. We're getting it in. It was by 9 o'clock. I felt like it was 2 in the morning. I really did. But as I said at the beginning of the show, from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. tonight, Uber and Lyft are giving you guys in the St. Louis area free rides. I don't know about in your area in Bell Vegas. I don't know about out in Oklahoma City, Charlotte, North Carolina, Shreveport, those areas, Detroit, San Jose. I don't know. But check where you are and where you're hanging out at. They said there will be QR codes in establishments in Dogtown and in Soulard, downtown St. Louis, as well as downtown Bell Vegas. Little code you can click, get your free ride home to drink responsibly and kick it. Because you got to get up tomorrow morning again, early tomorrow. Got college basketball again. Oh, this isn't over with. So kick it, have fun, drink responsibly, shut them things off and shake. Nobody goes to jail today because you're not getting out to Monday. Probably Tuesday, depending on how bad you're acting. All right. So we talked about the free rides. We talked about Aaron Rodgers is basically in a rebound relationship. Okay. We talked about Lamar Jackson situation where nobody understands that. We talked about the World Baseball Classic, meaning freak accidents happen. They happen. And we also talked about the movie The Son with Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, and Anthony Hopkins. And the new number one dog outside the Labrador Retriever in the U.S. is the French Bulldog. There it is right there. That's right there. Well, guys, girls, men and women, and children of all ages, enjoy your day. And again, happy birthday. I think today is one of your kids' birthday. I know one of your kids is born on St. Patrick's Day. I can't remember. It's Alana or Adele. One of them was born on this day. So happy birthday to one of your kids right there for sure. Right there for sure. And happy St. Pat's to the boys in Oklahoma City and also to the crew at TFP. There it is right there, guys. But I want you to do me a favor. Have fun today. Hope your bracket does well. And Cassie and Larry, have a safe trip on your journey and do the best you can. And to Charlie, my man, and the counselor, these two are going to be the biggest rock stars in Dogtown. If they don't make the news, something wrong. But them dudes going to get it in and kick it. And if you're in the area getting some food at Tower Pub on Morgan Ford, do your thing. On South City over here at Friendly's, 3503 Roger Place. I do believe my man Justin has some corned beef on the menu for today. Plenty of TVs at both locations. Pet friendly and dog approved. Downtown St. Louis as well, and in downtown Bell Vegas. Visit the website, DreMontez.com. And again, shout out to the kids, the Dre Six, and my parents and sister and brothers. You guys have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. And until then, I holla. Thank you again to our title sponsor, St. Louis Organics, located at 8088 Watson Road. Stop on by, say hello. Hey, Robert. Hey, Morgan. Dre told us to come on in. Until next time, kids. Peace. Montez at midday. Montez at midday. I'm going.